Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. So today is our 10th 10 at 10. Just to say, I've really enjoyed doing all of these. It's been great getting to know the backstory of everyone and what they do and make and create, which has been absolutely fantastic. Just obviously, I know that people watch this later as well, and there's people that watch it live. I just wanted to say that with regards to our availability forms for this year's events, we have that, and we have all the booking forms ready, and they will go out early next week for everyone. So please check your inboxes, obviously your spam, just in case they pop into there, and obviously whatever booking form you get means that you've got that event. So so obviously if you've applied for one, you haven't got a booking form, means you haven't been accepted. Reason being, it's just we want to get a vast varied selection of people as well at the events, which is really important to us. Lots of new people, so it makes it very varied, which we're looking to do. So we're looking this morning for Claire from Clazz Art. So there she is. So I'm just going to invite her now. So like I say, the availability forms will be going out next week, which is really exciting. So here we go. So I'm just going to invite Claire now and send requests. The sun's shining today. Hope you've got loads of lovely plans for the weekend and doing hello darling, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really good. You're looking lovely as always.
Well, I put a bit of slap on,
Fantastic. So if you could introduce yourself, including your business name, and put my teeth in properly, and what you make and sell.
Hi, I'm Claire. Lived all my life in Dorking, and I go by the name of Clazz Art. Started dabbling with a bit of paint, and now it seems to have taken over my life slightly.
Fantastic. So what sort of paintwork is it that you make then? Because it's
all acrylic paint pouring,
yes.
which means that every single painting is completely individual. You can't recreate. I've tried, trust me.
Yeah.
You can't do it. I don't waste any of the runoff either. I create and make that into necklaces too, and every single necklace is completely individual, so you'll never get to see somebody else wearing the same one.
Fantastic. I mean, I love as well, I mean, with your artwork, it's one of those where you can see different things in it, and I think that's what's really great, isn't it? Your sort of canvas work, you can turn it upside and then you see different things. So we have one in the kitchen, and it's a bird flying, and other people might see different things, but that's what art's about, isn't it? Which is really
yeah. And there's no orientation for any of my art. I might particularly have it up one way, but you have it up and have a different way. So
exactly.
That's the lovely thing about it.
So you said you're obviously, because you're a Dorking born and bred, aren't you?
Yeah.
So when did you set up your business?
Well, I started really as a bit of sort of self-therapy about 4 years ago. Just something for me to focus on. Had some stuff going on and just needed to shut out everything that was on. So yeah, about 4 years ago. But I've noticed how my art's evolved over the years. My mum's got one of my very first paintings in her kitchen. I hate it, but she loves it. And it's just incredible to see the difference of how, because as I go, I learn more, and I get a bit more creative and try to, with different products that you add into the paint, get completely different effects, which I'm about to today to start a new one. So,
so what is your favourite item to create and why?
I like to create the large canvases. Obviously, I haven't got a huge amount of space. I work from what is spare bedroom. God forbid if anyone has to come to stay, make it look like a bedroom again. So it is a space thing. Ideally, I'd love a proper studio where I can leave everything out and stuff like that. But mainly large canvases is what I like to create.
Excellent. And what would you say inspires you?
I go a lot of my inspiration really is the weather as well.
Yeah,
I find I paint better if, like, a day like
yeah,
today, with blue
gorgeous.
sky, put some music on. Sometimes at the weekend I'll have a glass of wine in
Of
hand
course.
doing it. But really, I I just start off with going to my shelf full of colours and just write,
Yeah,
okay, what colours am I drawn to today? And every day is different. You know, it does depend on your mood. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think because you did me some artwork and you asked me to choose some colours, and it was
yeah,
just amazing. Which is that as well, isn't it? That your colours can bring different moods as well, isn't it? I mean, at the moment, spring's coming in. There's, you know, the flowers are all coming up and whatever, and all of a sudden, there's a different
yeah,
sort of
because you chose yellow and grey, and I'd never
yeah.
use colours. But I'm going to go for neons today, so that's
Oh,
going to be interesting.
fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's funny when you look at trends because neon colours, it's looking back about fashions, the 90s are coming back.
Uh, they were good times.
They were very good times, very good. So you said your workplace is obviously in your studio. So have you been working on anything new this year at all?
Yes, I have actually. I'm starting to do embellishments. So, and actually, it works quite well because if I've got a painting that I'm not particularly fussed about, I can embellish something. I've got one here just quickly to
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
I've just recently done this one.
yeah. Wow.
So the pour behind it was okay. It was average. It didn't really. It wasn't shouting at me. So
Yeah,
I embellished all the spheres on the front. Uh,
wow. Yeah,
which it's work in progress because the shading and everything takes. I mean, I think that took me, the actual shading took me sort of over 6 hours just to because it's quite, you'd have
yeah,
to do it, put it at a distance, come back to it, so
yeah,
so I'm trying to do something a little bit more creative. And then my pebble art, which I've, is a similar sort of thing where it's lots of pebbles, which I think you've
yeah,
seen,
yeah,
that look like they're all just stacked on top of each other. Lots of people seem to like those ones as well, but they just take quite a lot of time.
yeah.
The actual paint pour underneath is quite reasonably quick, but then you've
Sure.
got to wait 2 weeks for that to cure, and then you can paint on top of it. So
Yeah.
I'm doing more of that now.
Cool. So it's a bit like when we were talking to Andy from Parkgate Pottery. It's that sort of having to leave it for a bit, coming back. So, put it in the kiln. It's the same kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then also some of them I put a resin on them, which give it like
Yeah.
a glass effect, which is
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
And that itself is a whole thing to learn. It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
It's quite messy, quite
Yeah.
sticky.
Yeah.
You really need to have it, no dust to land on it when it's drying. None of
Sure.
those tiny flies, which seem to just appear from nowhere when you're doing resin
Yeah.
work for some reason. But then that adds on another sort of 2 weeks for that to cure properly before you
Sure.
sell. So some of the paintings can take anything up to sort of 6 to 8 weeks to actually.
Yeah.
But
Cool. Yeah. Well, I never knew. Yeah, I just thought you just sort of threw it together and there we go. But no, it's the build up of it, isn't it? Which,
yeah,
yeah. So that obviously Curated by Dapper Suave have an ethos about customer service, about being friendly, creative, and unique. So, is there an ethos or something that you have that gets you through?
sorry, can you repeat that? You cut out.
Sorry, have you an ethos that you have? Is there something that, as in we're friendly, creative, and unique? Is there something that you kind of, yeah, that's what I'm about, or.
Yeah, I mean, you know me well. I can talk to everybody. I mean, I've always in my work life, I've always worked with the general public. So,
Yeah,
finding lockdown, thankfully I'm working at the moment, so I get
sure.
to see people, and this times it's really difficult when you're a people person
Yeah,
being shut away. We're not supposed to be shut away,
no,
so, and I like to, if I've done a commission for somebody, I like to spend a bit of time with that person,
sure.
um, find out where they want the painting, what their colours are. So, the same sort of thing. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
that goes a long way, doesn't it? And
Yeah, sure. And also that bit, isn't it? It's taking something that you've said straight away that's unique. There's so many people that we work with that have something that is just a one-off, it can't be repeated, you know, nobody else has got that, which is, you know, it's really special, isn't it? Really special.
Definitely.
So what are your goals and dreams for this year?
Well, hopefully lots more craft fairs.
Yeah, they're coming.
You know, I think we've got a little light at the end of the tunnel at the
Yeah.
moment, haven't we? Because I really enjoy them, and I think it's the same ethos as, and you know, I get to see and meet lots of different people,
Sure.
explain a bit about what I do. Because quite often when I've done, especially when I've done your craft fairs, people have stopped and just want to know how I do it.
Yes.
Obviously, I give all my secrets away, otherwise everyone will be doing it. So,
Sure. Yeah.
but and I mean, in an ideal world, I would love to have a studio. Can't see that happening just yet, but
Yes.
you know, we've got a dream, haven't we?
Oh God, yeah, we have to have dreams. Definitely, definitely. I think dreams are very important, especially what we're all going through at the moment. And
I think it keeps going, doesn't it?
yeah, exactly. Keeps you going, keeps you going. Yeah. So who would you say is your support network?
Well, you are.
Oh.
And you know, I mean, family and friends support me through everything I do. The good old Facebook, actually, you know, because
Yeah.
my Facebook for my personal and for my art.
Yeah.
And you know, sharing and sharing and sharing, and I just, you know, that's really who support me.
Yeah, I have to say as well, and Rob said about it as well. Me and Rob were on a walk up at Ranmore a while ago, and it was just before our Christmas event. And you messaged, and you'd set up the table of how everything was going to look, and we were both like, we gave you feedback, and you know, I made you cry, and it wasn't, you know, cry of joy. You know,
nice to me.
You know, not like, but it was really nice because it's, you know, and I'm, you know, also, if people have got, you know, they're a bit nervous about whatever, then, you know, just shout out. And, you know, that's why as well, you know, we're talking to all the different people here.
And I think
you know,
also, you know, because we've all been shut away, and it, you know, subconsciously you lose a bit of your confidence. And I think that's what we spoke about, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you start doubting yourself.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It's horrible. And I don't normally doubt myself about my artwork. And I think I was having a bit of a wobble week that week when we spoke.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you guys were there for me and gave me the support and the kick up the backside that, come on, Kate, do this, you know.
Yeah.
So it
and
just
also,
helps.
You know, also that is something that, you know, we're looking at, you know, if people want that help and guidance, and that's where we're going to be doing a lot more kind of interaction before the meeting. So everyone, you know, let's have a big Zoom chat like this with, you know, separate, but just so that we can all share ideas, get to know if anyone's got those, sometimes the most silliest little question that they've got on there, you know, is actually, that's quite important. And we try to cover, you know what I'm like, I try to cover absolutely everything. But, you know, also if anyone has, you know, the new people that are coming on board, which, you know, I'm going to be contacting this weekend to just chat, which would be lovely. And also that sounds a bit, you know, why am I doing that? I just need to make sure that these people that want to join us are right, because I think that's very, very important of fitting in, making sure. And if, you know, if they're not comfortable, then shout out. You know, I'm quite happy to share my time if that's the case, or give them ideas about what to do as well and how to sell their products, because
your members, me also, if anybody wants any, you know, ideas on stalls or, you know, I mean, the events that I've done with you guys, the stalls are just amazing, and I pick up lots of tips from going around other people's stalls, how to lay things out. I think from when I first joined you, my stall is improved because of the way I put it. I think before I was trying to put too much out, and less is more, as they all say. It's sort of can make it look better.
And I think as well, saying it's almost, I'm trying to kind of this year to make it more that, you know, we all know that we've lost the big department stores that have all gone. So let's have a department store. Let's come into the room and see these different, you know, businesses, but also, you know, how it looks, you know, that interaction. It's not just chucking something on a table and here I am selling it. It's about how you sell it. It's about you as a person and how it visually looks as well. And also you interacting and, like you say, telling them, you know, like, here's my artwork, you know, and telling them and them getting interested and know what goes into it is I think really important, and we're doing a lot more of that, because I think
people are really interested, aren't they, and
they
how we
are.
create. Because
Yeah.
I find with my artwork, lots of people have got this thing that it's the dip art, you know, when you
Yes.
dip it into marbling and what have you, and they think it's that until I actually tell them
Yeah.
that it's not, and what, like yourself, you didn't realise what actually goes
Yeah.
into something, and it's like okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So the last question was, I think you've already summed up. It's to say, why do you like working with Curated by Dapper and Suave?
Well, I think both you guys are absolutely gorgeous, and you know I love you dearly.
Thank you.
But you're so professional. Um, you're so organised. It's scary. I wish I could be a little bit more organised like that. And you know, I just think your setups are amazing, Jason, and
Thank you.
you should both give yourselves a pat on the back, because
Thank you.
you
Yeah.
work really hard for what you do, and you
Yeah.
make people feel welcome. And I feel like we're one big family,
Yeah.
and that's how it makes me feel. So
Thank you. Yeah.
that's why I work with you.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, it's been good. And like I say, today is the last 10 at 10, so you are the 10th one. So we're going to have a little pause of this, and then we will be coming back, because people are just really, really enjoying it. And just finding out a bit more about everyone and what they do is, I think it's really good. And so today is the last one. And as I've said earlier, just on the beginning of this, the availability forms, booking forms will all be going out next on Monday. Check your spam, check your email, you know, so that'll all be done. So that's really exciting news. Yeah, so a thank you to everyone that's done all of these 10 at 10, and yeah, and thank you to you. You've been really good. I'm sure you were a little bit nervous, weren't you?
I
But you
wasn't,
came.
but it's like
Yeah.
just coffee together, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we will soon. Coffee and that bottle of wine, the bottle of wine in the garden. We can have one household. It's like working out who you can invite round, isn't it? Which I think is something we'll all be doing soon. And you're on the list. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I want to say thank you very much. Everyone have a lovely, lovely weekend, and see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.